Usually, I'm not much of a frame guy, I just sit on my Naros and when a new update comes out, I skip over the frames and go right for the weapons. But not this time, because Uriel, the new Warframe that was released with the old piece, is exactly my cup of tea. And the first thing I did after finishing the new quest was play Uriel for about 3 hours straight. And I had a blast. Then today, when I came back from the gym, I played him for another 4 or 5 hours. I just can't get enough of this damn dude. He's awesome. I love two things. I like tanky frames because I'm a potato, not the Irish variety of the tactical potato, but just a regular, not very good at video games potato, and minions. I love me some minions. Luckily enough for me though, Uriel has a bit of both. He's tanky enough once you ham-fist a bunch of tanky stuff onto him for me to feel comfortable playing him, and he gets 3 demon minions from his passive. So I did something that will probably get me yelled at by the comment section. Yeah, so this is my Uriel build. I went with Summoner's Wrath for the companion damage, primed YouTube memes because I hate knockdowns, then Augur Reach and Stretch for a bunch of range, mainly for Infernum, because even though I mostly play melee, every now and then I use guns as well, so I wanted it to have a decent amount of range on the Fire Aura. Then I have Nira's Hatred for a bit of health and duration, Adaptation for another layer of defense, Primed Vigor for health and shields, and then Umbro Intensify, Fiber and Vitality for a truck ton of strength, armor and health respectively. And yes, I did spend 2 Umbra Forma on this. Now for the Arcanes, we have Molt Augmented and Arcane Camisado, both of which can provide up to 60% bonus power strength on their own, so even though our strength says 177%, most of the time most casts will be done at around 300, because Camisado doesn't always stack to full before we need to cast another ability. I've also switched his ultimate to Nourish instead. You see, over the years, I've developed my own playstyle. I've been playing this game since 2013. I don't really follow the rules, I just try to have as much fun as I can. This build allows me to do just that. It's good for gunplay, but it really shines in melee because of the combination of the Infernum Aura and Nourish. And on top of that, the 3 demons doing their demonic things as you run around kind of on their own, a very nice damage vulnerability on his 3rd ability, and a reliable heal on his 2nd, and you have an absolute blender. It's a really nice blend. You have 2 upkeep abilities that don't line up with each other, which is actually a good thing because of Camisado. You need to give the demons and stuff time to stack Camisado back up when you use one of them before you pop the other, so you get the bonus power strength for that as well. Then if an Acolyte or something beefy shows up, you can pop the vulnerability and just one-shot them because lol, why not? And if you or your demons are low on health, you can simply pop your 2nd ability and heal back up. It's a simple, nice playstyle that flows really well. Everything makes sense, there is no faffing around. Now, because I am a health tanking Andy, I of course had to get some armor onto him, and this is achieved via 3 Tau-Forged Azure Shards. This gets me close to 1000, which feels really nice with adaptation. Additionally, the cast times felt very long, so I added 1 Tau-Forged Amber for casting speed, as well as 1 Violet for the equilibrium effect. You can of course play around with different charts or just play Uriel without them, but this is the setup that I prefer. If you'd rather use shield gating or rotating invulnerabilities, that kind of stuff, you can of course do that too. I'm a tank freak, so I like sitting at 2500 health with 1000 armor and adaptation, as well as a piece of the Ogre set, so every time I cast an ability, I get some shields as well. Moving on to the Companion, because as mentioned already, this build leans pretty heavily into pet, so the Companion is important. I'm running Dirija with just like a basic setup with Momentous, Manifold, Contagious and Duplex Bond. With the weapon being the Verglas, a cold-based beam weapon that runs Aeration for damage, Split Chamber for multi-shot, Rifle Aptitude for status, Vile Acceleration for fire rate, Radiated Reload for the radiation, Magnetic Capacity for magnetic damage, as well as Rime Rounds to bolster the cold, and Shivering Contagion to spread those cold procs around. I originally ran a more damage-oriented build, but I very quickly realized that it's not necessary and I can get away with running Shivering Contagion, which is awesome because it makes the Sentinel freeze all enemies in range as soon as it attacks something. I'm gonna play the intro clip again where I just activate my abilities, and then the demons, together with the Dirija, absolutely wiped the floor with Steel Path level 195 Corrupted. This is why it sometimes looks like I'm playing an influence setup on my Chronon Prime, where in reality I'm actually running a Vortex build. All the random damage numbers popping up all over the place, that's either the abilities or the pets. Also, the leveling was buttery smooth. I wasn't even running a booster and 5 forma went by very quickly. You just need to put on some tanky mods first so you don't die and then you just go. You have a truck ton of damage and very good clear. Look, I know this is probably not the most amazing, most overpowered, most YouTube title and thumbnail build of all time, but it is very fun, and I would recommend you try it out. It's not very complicated, it's comfortable, most importantly, it can deal with 99% of the things the game will throw at you. No, I don't know how it will play at level cap because I don't build my frames for that. I don't do level cap. I just faff around and have fun. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then I would like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.